Hey guys, it's Shauna. So today I wanted to show you how to do homemade, all-natural horse chestnut laundry soap. So this is our horse chestnut tree. I personally kind of hate it. The conkers that it drops are actually poisonous, and so are the leaves. We actually had a goat kind of poison herself last year eating the dead leaves that had fallen in the fall. But it does make good shade. This tree is huge. And in the spring, it has some pretty cool looking cone-shaped clusters of flowers. And it makes good shade. But as you can see, it also has some kind of allelopathic qualities where grass and everything does not like to grow at the base of this tree. So lately I've been picking up all these conkers because it's October and they're falling all over the place all the time. If we're lucky or unlucky maybe, they might drop a few during this video. They've been dropping a few every couple hours or so. But so they leave their shells all over the place. And they're very spiny, pokey little things. I'll show you what the whole ones look like. So we've got these tiny little spikes all over them. They really hurt. Wouldn't recommend throwing them at someone unless you really don't like them. Sometimes they break when they drop. Sometimes they just leave the actual nut. Other times they drop like this. When they drop like this, I just take my foot, roll them just a little bit, even if I'm in flip-flops, and out comes this nut. These are poisonous, so please don't eat them. But since I've had to pick them up for fear that my dogs are going to eat them and poison themselves, decided to find out something to do with them. We'll do a little more cracking here, get a couple others. So they're kind of all different sizes. Some are big, others are a bit smaller. They don't have the pointy tip that regular edible chestnuts do, so that's part of how you know that they're different. They're just rounded, no pointy ends in the nuts at all. Oh, and the leaves. Let me see if I can find a leaf to show you. Leaves are pretty distinctive. They usually have 6 or 7 leaflets. Smaller ones on the bottom, big ones on the top. And they get really big. Some of these are, let's see, this one is really big. You see my hand in there. Big, huge leaves, and they just make a mess all over. And I don't want my goats to eat the leaves when they fall either, so I have to keep them put up. So once you gather the nuts, you either break them with a hammer or cut them with a knife. I've actually found it's easier to break them with a hammer. Put them in, well, this is 2 chestnuts.
That's one of the coolest.
In about a cup of water.
A cup of the water?
You put 1 cup of hot water in with about 2 chestnuts. Let it sit for about 30 minutes. And then you strain these out. Then you can use this as laundry detergent. It's not very powerful stuff, so if you have big stains or really dirty clothes, you'll want to pre-treat them. But there's no additives, no chemicals. It just makes soap from the saponins in the nuts. You can also do that with the leaves. Just strip off some of the leaf material, mix it in with a little bit of water, and you can wash your hands. Nice little tip for wilderness survival.
Mommy, show me your hand.
So it's my goal this time to gather enough to dry them out, store them in like a mason jar, and every time I need some soap, just mix it with some water, let it sit for 20-30 minutes, then I have my very own chemical-free laundry soap. And it should store pretty well as long as everything is really dry before you put it in the jar. I'm going to be doing a blog post on it pretty soon. Just need to do a little more experimenting and some dehydrating.
I'm busy.
Stay tuned.